Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Good 5 Cent Cigar Newscast. I'm Morganne Judd. Thank you so much for joining us. This week, we look into mental health resources on campus, a beach cleanup, Rhodyville block party, updates about ice, sunset yoga, and discuss the fall season. And of course, David Okula will have all things Rhody athletics covered in this week's Rhody Sports Corner. For our top story, it's always important for students to be aware of their mental health. Anxhelika Deda spoke with Jessica Green from Health Services about resources available on campus for mental health.
A new school year brings lots of different emotions, especially if you are a freshman or transfer student. It can feel overwhelming at first. Jessica Green, Assistant Director of Health Promotion and Wellness, emphasized,
We here at Health Services know that sometimes the first couple weeks back to campus can be a challenge for students, whether you're new to campus, you're transferring in, or even if you have been here before. We know that trying to figure out your schedule, meet new people, get to know campus can be a little challenging. And so we wanted to offer support and resources and different events and programs to help students through this difficult periods.
there are many resources the University of Rhode Island offers to help students with their mental well-being.
Our Counseling Services Center, which is located in Rhodyville, students can, go online and check it out. They can stop in, make an appointment. Students who maybe don't want to do that, maybe they're more comfortable texting, or maybe they want something after hours off campus. We have the TELUS app, which is also available for students 24/7. Also, two other therapy clinics on campus. The first is the Psychological Consultation Center. They're located over in Chaffee, and there's the Family Therapy Clinic. So if we have students who are, maybe in a dating relationship or they want to explore therapy with a loved one, they're welcome to do that as well. The thing is to not sit there and feel like you are the only one feeling this way. That is not true, and to not speak up and get help, but to do it early on, because the earlier you reach out, the easier it'll be able to get the help that you need.
Mental health is important outside of this week. It matters every day, but it's equally important to know the resources available. For the Good 5 Cent Cigar, I'm Anxhelika Deda.
Thanks, Anxhelika. Rhode Island is home to many beautiful beaches, and to the Surfrider Foundation, it's important to keep those beaches clean. Here's Eliza White at one of the Surfrider beach cleanups.
I'm here at Narragansett Town Beach with URI Surfrider Foundation Club for their second beach cleanup in September, discussing the importance of keeping our Rhode Island beaches trash-free.
I started this club sophomore year because it's just such an important cause, especially in the ocean state. Keeping our waterways clean and open access to people is just something that I'm really passionate about.
Surfrider, an international nonprofit dedicated towards environmental protection and advocacy, was implemented at URI during the 2024 spring semester. Mary Brantley, URI's chapter president, expanded the state's chapter to the university as a way to encourage students to join the cause of keeping our waterways clean and providing open access to clean beaches.
And I know we have a really strong marine biology and marine affairs program, so I figure this is something that a lot of students would like to get involved with, especially because we're so close to the ocean.
I love Surfrider so much because I love cleaning up the oceans, and a big part of my world is helping conserve the earth and bringing life back to our earth and our oceans.
So yeah, just keeping things clean. I don't really want to surf in a bunch of plastic. I don't really want to have a beach day with a bunch of plastic.
I think that it's so beneficial to our planet, and if somebody's not going to do it, then it's just going to stay here. So picking up trash today, and I will be here every single time we're picking up trash.
All right, I love cleaning up just the earth because it just makes you feel like a better person. It feels like you live in a better environment, and it gives people a better future and the earth a better future, which is what we need.
Surfriders are looking forward to more successful cleanups as the year goes on. I'm Eliza White with the Good 5 Cent Cigar. Back to you.
Thanks, Eliza. The annual Rhodyville block party took place last weekend. Our reporter Maya Kelly attended the party, where she got to meet with URI alumni and try different foods.
Hi guys, this is Maya. We're here at the Rhodyville block party. We've had free oysters. We've tried some alumni-made green juice shots.
Recently, the New York Times reported sheriffs are turning their jails into ICE detention centers. Professor Tendar, with URI Nonviolence and Peace Studies, sat down with Casey Chan-Smutko to share his thoughts on the matter.
A recent article in the New York Times stated that U.S. jails are turning their facilities into ICE detention centers. This begs the question, how does this violate nonviolence mottos? Tupton Tendar, a specialist for the Center for Nonviolence and Peace Studies, shares his perspective.
It's a great importance and great values on humans and human dignity. And therefore we believe that every human being are important, and therefore it is important to respect their dignity. And that means treating human being as a human rather than dehumanizing. And therefore it is important that we can think about, is there a more humane way, and if so, how can we protect and incorporate more humane ways to treat humans rather than inhumane ways. And also we emphasize a lot about the values of humanity more than benefits or making profits out of some things. Therefore it is important that we think about the humanity and the human being rather than dehumanization and mistreatment of all people.
This has been Casey Chan-Smutko with the Good 5 Cent Cigar. Back to you.
Thanks, Casey. The Rhody Cigar is taking part in on-campus activities every week. For this week, our very own Eliza White attended Sunset Yoga. Here's Eliza on the quad.
Getting ready to do some URI Sunset Yoga. Come with me. Sunset Yoga was held on the quad from 6 to 7 p.m. The session began with some gentle stretching floor warm-up. After our stretching, we began engaging in a variety of yoga poses. I'm here with Katie, this evening's yoga instructor. And Katie, we were just curious, what are the benefits of practicing yoga?
So yoga has so many benefits, and it's really a collaboration of like getting into your body and really being present, but also getting out of your head. So it's very helpful for reducing stress and also great for your body. It's great for flexibility and exercise. And it just really helps you to feel more open in your body and create space so you have more space for better things.
That was a very relaxing yoga session we just had. I'm Eliza White with the Good 5 Cent Cigar. Back to you.
Thanks, Eliza. September 22nd marks the official end date to the summer season. And with that, we say hello to fall on the URI campus. Maya Kelly asked URI students what they look forward to the most this fall.
Hi Cigar, today we're going to be walking around asking people what they're excited for this coming fall. Hi guys, I'm here with Libby and Sarah, and I want to know what your favorite fall related item is.
I'm going to have to go with a pumpkin spice latte for sure.
I'm going to have to go with big knit sweaters. I'm here with
Sarah Vincent.
And what's your favorite fall activity?
To go pumpkin picking and then get like the apple cider donuts with hot apple cider.
Hi, I'm here with
Max and Nick.
And what's your guys' favorite fall related item?
Mine's a pumpkin chai latte.
Mine's football.
I'm Maya Kelly reporting for the Good 5 Cent Cigar Newscast. Back to you.
Thanks, Maya. Not only have we entered the fall season, but it's also Super Bowl season. Tyler Pinheiro spoke with URI students about who they want to win this year's Super Bowl.
This week on Sports Newscast, I went around campus and asked a bunch of students who they would like to see win the Super Bowl. We got a lot of great answers, so here they are.
My name is Connor Drake. I'm a senior here at University of Rhode Island, and who I want to win the Super Bowl is the New England Patriots.
I would love for the New York Jets to win the Super Bowl, but we all know that's not happening, so my pick is the Baltimore Ravens.
Bo leave, baby. Denver Broncos are taking it home.
Chiefs are running it back.
And I want the Packers to win the Super Bowl because I bet on them, but I'm a Patriots fan, so I want the Patriots to win.
I want to see the Browns go all the way, but if not, then I guess I'm fine with the Packers.
Those are some great picks. If I had to pick, I would probably pick the New England Patriots for a team I want to see win the Super Bowl. They're my hometown team. But this has been Tyler Pinheiro reporting for the Good 5 Cent Cigar Newscast.
Thanks, Tyler. Looking ahead, here's what's coming up on campus at URI. On Friday, URI Music Therapy will be hosting a board game night at the Music Annex 114 from 6 to 8 p.m. Bring a game, meet new people, and have fun. On Saturday, the Musician Guild presents Awesomer Fest from 12 to 7 p.m. on the Memorial Union Courtyard. The concert is free and will be featuring all student bands. And next week, URI's annual Quad Fest will take place on Tuesday, September 30th from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Head over to the quad to meet with clubs and organizations on campus. And with that, I'll hand it off to David Okula with this week's Rhody Sports Corner.
Thanks, Morganne. Hello and welcome to the Rhody Sports Corner, your place for all the latest updates across URI athletics. I'm David Okula. Football hosted LIU on Saturday night as the Rams look to move to 4-0 for the 5th time in program history. URI led from start to finish, using a dominant effort on both sides of the ball on its way to a 28-7 victory. Gerard Villemenay has the story from Meade Stadium.
The University of Rhode Island's Rams football team defeated the Long Island University Sharks on Saturday night, where the Rams defeated the Sharks 28-7. Rhode Island progressed to 4-0 on the season as the Rams outplayed the Sharks on offense, gaining 193 yards through the air, as third-year wide receiver Marquise Buchanan had 7 catches for 103 yards and a touchdown.
You know, we just do what we do best and just get down the field as best we can, whether that's a shot, you know. Obviously, we had a couple of 3-and-outs early, but we just stayed the course and, fought through it.
Buchanan also returned a 31-yard punt to set up Rhode Island's offense deep in Sharks territory, allowing third-year quarterback Devin Farrell to run the ball into the end zone for a touchdown.
I was going to let it bounce, and then it got a perfect bounce into my hands, and then, I don't know, something about just reversing field just sensed in my head, the guys up there made great blocks up there. So, it's credit to them more than it is credit to me.
Rhode Island also had a great game defensively, as fourth-year defensive back Justin Carcel picked off Sharks' second-year quarterback Chris Howell 2 times, while also recording 1 pass breakup.
It's just a credit to the rush getting home and making it our job easy in the back end. Honestly, it's rush and coverage playing together like we talk about, and just coaches putting us in the right positions, and we were just able to make a play on the ball when it's up in the air. We get it.
On Monday, he was named the Coastal Athletic Association Player of the Week. The Sharks finished the game with 203 yards on the ground, which included a Howell 6-yard touchdown run towards the end of the second quarter. The Rams will travel to Western Michigan to face the Broncos on Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Reporting from Meade Stadium, my name is Gerard Villemenay. Back to you.
Men's soccer welcomed in Loyola Chicago on Saturday afternoon, with the Rams still searching for their first home win of the season. After URI got on the board first with a goal in the 38th minute, the Ramblers strung together 2 unanswered goals to steal a 2-1 victory. Owen Desharnais has the story from the URI soccer complex.
It's Atlantic 10 time here in Kingston for the University of Rhode Island Rams men's soccer team. They opened up their conference play last week in a draw against Fordham University. Today, they host the Loyola Chicago University Ramblers at the URI soccer complex. The Rams enter the game coming off a loss to Brown that brings their record to 1-4-2. The Ramblers are coming off a loss to the University of Illinois Chicago Flames, bringing their record to 2-2-3.
The excitement got started in the 38th minute when second-year Tim Hoonholz snuck one just inches by the goal line, giving the Rams a 1-0 lead. But with just 19 seconds left in the half, the Ramblers would score an equalizer when second-year Daniel Fears put one in the back of the net, tying the game at 1 heading into the half. In the 82nd minute, the tie would end when second-year Luka Ivancic was left unmarked, and despite second-year goalkeeper Caleb McNeil getting a hand on the shot, it was not enough to stop it, giving the Ramblers a 2-1 lead with just minutes left to play. The Rams would have a corner to try and tie the game, but were unable to score, ending the game 2-1 in favor of the Ramblers.
Following this match, the Rams will travel to Worcester to take on the College of Holy Cross Crusaders. Loyola will return home to take on the George Mason University Patriots. This is Owen Desharnais reporting for the Good 5 Cent Cigar Newscast.
As for some other scores and results around campus this week, following its loss to Loyola Chicago, men's soccer went on the road to take on Holy Cross on Tuesday, where the Rams fell 3-2 in a back-and-forth match. Women's soccer kicked off conference play with a 1-0 road victory over St. Joseph's on Saturday to move to 7-2 on the season. Volleyball snapped its 8-match losing skid with a 3-2 win against NJIT on Friday before getting swept by Manhattan on Saturday. Golf beat out the rest of the 15-team field at the Ryan T. Lee Memorial Collegiate this week, bringing home its second straight tournament win with a score of 4 under. Men's cross country went to New Britain, Connecticut for the CCSU Ted Owen Invitational over the weekend, as the Rams finished in second place out of 6 teams. Finally, women's cross country finished 6th out of 36 teams at the UMass Dartmouth Invitational on Saturday. That's all for this week's edition of the Rhody Sports Corner. To stay updated with all things URI athletics, follow us on X at @cigar_sports. Back to you, Morganne.
Thanks, David. That's all we have for you this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow us here and on Instagram at Rhody Cigar, and pick up our print paper anywhere on campus to stay up to date with all your Rhody news. You can also find us online at rhodycigar.com. Until next time, I'm your host, Morganne Judd. This is the Good 5 Cent Cigar Newscast, and as always, have a great week, Rhody.